The mic was muted. You dig what I'm saying? What's Gucci? You too. It's Pop Brady. You dig? Marvelous Blunt. Super in the building. You dig what I'm saying? Super live in direct. I'm doing a live stream of the Fantastic Four First Steps review. The spoiler alert. You dig what I'm saying? Yesterday I dropped the Out of the Theater review and my non-spoiler review. So now tonight we're gonna get into the spoilers of Fantastic Four First Steps. I done had some time to think about the movie. I done had time to just think about everything with it. And now we're gonna get to the spoiler. But before we get to the spoiler, man, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Follow Marvelous Bluntz for all the other videos that we've been posting, man. Just and appreciate all the love, man, that I've been getting to the channel. You dig what I'm saying? But we are here, man, for the First Steps, Fantastic Four First Steps spoiler review. You dig? Yeah. So let's get into that. You know what I'm saying? Let me take a sip of water, you know. We're gonna go ahead and get this promoted on Twitter too. But yeah, this past weekend, went with the gang, went to go see it with Tori and Coombs, my little sister, who, you know, she has lived overseas for at least almost 10 years. So she got to go to the movies with us, see Fantastic Four the First Steps, man. And like I said in my non-spoiler review, I was not disappointed, bro. I can't even lie. I was not disappointed. At first, I was very, very, when I say very, very hesitant about this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, Marvel has been making mid. Everybody been saying it. Everybody been talking about it. We've been talking about it for the past 4 years. Marvel has been making mid. So for them to just get a movie right, bro, it just is like, thank you, bro. They got it right. And it was even stuff that I didn't even think was all the way right, but it worked, because I'm just like, man, as much as we came through with the Doctor Stranges and the Love and Thunders of the world, dog, we deserve finally like just some good Marvel content, some good Marvel stuff. You feel me? So Fantastic Four was definitely that. You dig what I'm saying? Big spoiler alert. I'm gonna go over everything I like, everything I remember, everything really in my notes that I didn't say on my non-spoiler, but they get right into this movie with Sue being pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I really like that aspect. They didn't do all the beating around and all of a sudden she was pregnant midway through the movie. They made that the main focus at the main movie, at the beginning of the movie, which shows you that, you know, Franklin Richard is going to be probably a huge part. As they say, he's a big hero in the comics. Is definitely going to be a huge part of the storyline going forward in the Doomsday storyline. Like, that the main focus is on this kid. You feel what I'm saying? They already looking at the future, which goes along with the first steps, you know what I'm saying, with a baby. So, you know, Sue was pregnant, and immediately we get to see the Fantastic Four 4 years into how they just been living. You feel what I'm saying? And I can't even lie. That first scene, what was it? Excuse me, I just sneezed a little bit earlier. But that first scene, the first scene when they actually had them like going over what they was doing for the first 4 years, bro, like, I can't even hold you. I was so happy, bro. Like, I was like, dang. I was like, they didn't go through the whole, we had to watch them go to space and all of a sudden end up with these powers. They explained it in one little dialogue, man, and in a couple of scenes. And it just really showed how each character in that first scene do what they do. It showed like how, you know, Reed is he's the brains of the group. Johnny is the hot guy. The you know what I'm saying, he's taking care of the hot issues. You got the Thing holding everything together. And I'm gonna be real with you. They did a big surprise, and I think they didn't market it like she was, but I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Let me see something real quick, because I just went here. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I honestly believe, and this is my honest truth, Sue was the leader of the Fantastic Four. Straight like that. She was the leader of the Fantastic Four. Like, I don't care what they try to say. I don't care how they try to shape it. She is the leader of the Fantastic Four. She was doing all the talking. And not saying that they weren't all talking, but they made it seemed like Reed Richards was the leader, but he was not the leader. It definitely was Sue. And there's nothing wrong with that because it's how we are in life and times now. So I wasn't shocked by that, but that is like was the big shock for me. Finding out that, you know, they did a different type of universe where they had like a 1960s type feel to this joint. And I really, really like that, man. I didn't know how that old school on screen was going to work, but I think the guy who made this Fantastic Four, he actually made WandaVision too. So that's his style. You know what I'm saying? Doing the old school styles and stuff like that with just how it's depicted on the screen. Like it was like the 1960s. So this was Earth 828. So they were super popular on this planet, on cereal boxes, TV, all that stuff like that. And Shorty straight pulled up on them. The Silver Surfer pulled up on them, let them know why they was having it up. Hey, like Galactus is coming to eat this planet, bro. Like he coming to run down. And immediately, one thing I did like about what they did was they got right to it. They didn't even wait and like, oh, we should wait till the right. Nah, they went smack to my boy Galactus. They didn't waste no time. They said we want all the smoke like it's BRADY. You feel me? So they go out to space to go find, like, man, Reed is so smart in this joint. That's why I got to give Pedro Pascal his credit. You feel what I'm saying? Because he was super nerdy and it fit. You feel me? He figured out how to use pieces of where the Silver Surfer was at in space to find out what Galactus was. So they go pull up on him, right? This was the best part of the first act, and this was the first act. I'm telling you, when they was the space scene was the probably the best scene in the movie to me. So they go pull up on Galactus, and as they doing the scans for like their bodies and stuff like that, all bucks. The joint pointed Sue's stomach. I said, uh-oh, he want that baby. So they tell him pull up, and he basically like, look, you can hand the baby over or you cannot hand the baby over. I'm leaving here with something. You hear me? He said, I'm leaving here with something. I don't care what y'all got going on, wherever y'all at, I'm tired. Man, Galactus looked tired, and I can't even lie. At IMAX, Galactus looked crazy. You hear me? He looked like he was a straight hitter. Like he looked all the villains that's been in the MCU, he actually looked menacing. You feel me? Let me see here. Hey, what's good? What's good? He said, hey, what's up? Really enjoyed the Fantastic Four first steps with the movies where the movie were released. Yeah, no, most definitely. They were definitely the MVP just to just go off and hold on with the Galactus spill. They was definitely, I think Kuntz said that Reed was number one. Johnny was my number one, but Reed definitely held it down. I can't even hold you. Like he was ahead of the class for the Fantastic Four. Definitely an A. Sue, she just showed me that she's super OP. They made Sue super OP, but this wasn't a gripe in the movie, but this was the type of movie it was. And I see they got to hit different angles. It was a family movie, but this was like a mommy bear, I'm a mom. That body what Sue Storm was. She was holding it down for the strong moms out there. So it definitely was a I'm a mom movie, but she did her thing. And then Johnny, spoiler alert, it's a scene I didn't talk about in the non-spoiler where Johnny he learns the communication. The Silver Surfer speaks to him in her language. You know what I'm saying? She actually got taken from her daughter and her planet to save her planet. She became a Silver Surfer. So she's speaking to Johnny her language. Johnny learns the language and flips it on her and says, man, look at all the people that you cause harm to, destroying plans for Galactus, trying to save yours. And he really put that guilt on her. Like, man, that was a powerful scene. He was like, man, don't you out here doing stuff for yourself, but then you destroying the world for nothing. You feel what I'm saying? For this big goofy Galactus. You feel me? So Galactus, shout out to that though. No, they definitely was the MVPs though. So Galactus, they pull up on Galactus, bro. My favorite scene in the movie. He like get a baby up, and I'm gonna spare y'all world. Sue ain't having it. They ain't having it. So they like, nah, we rolling out. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Man, Galactus tries to snatch him. They do a chase to get out of Galactus's little lair, dog. And that was the best scene. They jumped through space. They was jumping through timeline. They was jumping through black holes. That was that space scene, chase scene was crazy. And shout out to the CGI and how this looked in IMAX. I can't even hold you. IMAX amped this movie all the way up. If you see this movie, go see it at IMAX. That space scene when Silver Surfer, she was riding on the waves, cuz I said, oh my goodness, she like a real surfer. You know what I'm saying? And then them trying to really get low, Sue having her baby, her going into labor, bro. It was so much going on, bro. I was like, are they gonna get trapped in another universe, another timeline? I thought it was actually gonna be the end credit scene to the Thunderbolts. I thought that could have been interesting if they maybe went to the Thunderbolts universe and then they just jetted out. Like it really didn't mean anything, but it's giving us a glimpse in the universe that we live in, our heroes, that is somebody else out here. So that space scene was crazy, dog. And just they dynamic on screen as a family. I know I be joking around all the time saying family, like from Fast and the Furious, but it really was a family aspect that worked. It wasn't cheesy. Nobody was corny. Nobody was cringy. And Marvel been doing that for like the past 4 years, dog. It's been some stuff that's been cringy, some stuff that hasn't been cringy, and this was no cringe. And it reminded me of, I told y'all, the dude who made WandaVision made this joint. It reminded me of the first couple episodes of WandaVision before that joint just crashed. And that's going to get me to the axe in a second. So boom, they like, all right, they escape Galactus in a fire space scene. You feel what I'm saying? So basically they come back and they tell everybody, hey, like, we fucked up, we failed. Like, you know what I'm saying? They didn't fail. Basically, when they came back, everybody was like, yeah, everything went good, right? And they like, nah. Like, nah, it's a real threat out here. And basically they go ahead and just admit, Reed go ahead and just say, hey, Galactus, I know he said he on our ass already, but he want our son. This is what everybody did. So y'all ain't get a son up? Hey, that's how selfish this world is. They always stand there like, so why you ain't get a son up? Why was the kid not giving up then? You feel what I'm saying? They like, what? You know what I'm saying? So for me, that was just shocking. And always showing that back and forth of this, the civilian side of the darks and ups and downs of being a superhero. Because one minute they love you, and the next minute they will not fuck with you. Because they was definitely not fucking with that. They had no plan. It got to the point they thinking of a plan where, what's his name? Reed, like, at this point, we might just have to get a boy up. And Sue just wasn't rocking. So they kept thinking of plans. They kept thinking of plans. And this part was more so the second act, which I really didn't rock with. I felt like it kind of slowed down in this scene where Galactus is on his way. It just wasn't enough menacing presence or like, just like, oh, it was just, that's why I said the first act was great. The second act was cool. And then the last act was good. You feel what I'm saying? So they come up with a plan and basically like, hey, we going like hide ourselves basically from Galactus. You know what I'm saying? We're going to hide ourselves from Galactus. So we're going to move our Earth to another dimension. You feel what I'm saying? So he won't find us. Like that's how I said, that's how smart Reed really was. You feel what I'm saying? Killing it with the smartness. John, what's good? What's good? Killing it with the smartness, bruh. I said, damn, Buddy made something where they can move 828, planet 828 to another planet, cuz like another universe. They was gonna black hole that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And thank God that Silver Surfer broke that up, because they had the whole world using less power. Everybody was turning the lights off. It was all types of buffoonery. I was so happy when Silver Surfer just said, boom, blew that shit up. Game over. Try again. I really did I really rocked with that. And Johnny, that led to his scene that I talked about earlier, his powerful scene, and just basically confronting her about who she was. Like I said, that made the scene for me for Johnny. The thing, if he wasn't on the bear, I think the bear is the reason why I like the character that paid the thing. Other than that, he was just there, bro. Like they didn't really go deep into him like how in the older movies where what's his name? They really like had the thing dating somebody. He was dating somebody. He had like real problems and stuff. So him and Johnny still had that back and forth type thing, and I like that too. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to them. So they make the world shut everybody thing down. Silver Surfer fucks the plan up. I'm like, oh my God. And note, before that, Sue go outside and give this weak ass speech. Like, I know what she was trying to do, but I'm just like, bruh, if she the leader of the Fantastic Four, just say that, Marvel. Like, stop being scared, acting like y'all don't want, man, if she the leader of the Fantastic Four, Marvel, just go ahead and say that. We don't have to beat around the bush. You know what I'm saying? Because they made Sue OP. She went OP in this movie. So the Silver Surfer messes everything up. They say, all right, bet we got to come with another plan. So they basically like, man, we going to hit Galactus with the okie doke. Get him to come here, take a fake, you know what I'm saying, a fake Frank, little baby Frank, and then putting him into a black hole, having him flushed out, don't have to worry about him again. Now, here's my thing, right? They show Galactus. They show, you know what I'm saying, him looking menacing. After the first act, bro, Buddy was a ship. Buddy turned to a ship for the rest of the movie until he got to Earth. And then at that point, the menacing thing kind of went away because they had started working with Mole Man. Everybody was on the ground. No! You know what I'm saying? I want to see him really terrorize New York, how the Avengers got terrorized on the first movie. You feel what I'm saying? This is an OP being. You know what I'm saying? Galactus is OP. My biggest dislike was the fact he was not used more than he could have. Like, they could have went way further with that. Like, it was at one point, I don't know how they beat Galactus, to be honest with you. That's why I said with Sue and OP, it was out of nowhere. I was like, all right. You feel me? That's why I said the last ending fight scene just wasn't it for me. It had some moments where it was like, oh, yeah. But then I was like, man, like, Sue, this is my thing about it, right? One, they was getting dog walked the whole way. They got dog walked. He outsmarted them the whole way. I feel like Mr. Fantastic put in the most work. The little, it's clobbering time wasn't as much as I wanted it to be. Like Marvel Rivals, when that bitch go off, it's clobbering time. You feel that motherfucker. You feel me, Paul. And this joint, I didn't even feel it when he threw him. I was just like, all right, like the commercial, which I will say, a lot that was in the trailers was not in the movie, which was cool too. But that was in the trailer with him throwing them and him saying it's clobbering time. That could have been a little bit more. But boom, Galactus, he takes Frank. You feel me? And they just end up really going at him. Like they going at him hard. I think Mr. Fantastic went the hardest at him. I think he did the most damage. And can we say how he broke Reed into a fucking origami? He turned them into crumbs, bruh. He stretched them out and just left them right there. Nobody even checked on Reed. You know what I'm saying? Not saying they shouldn't have checked on Sue after she died or whatever, but was Reed okay? Because he was folded up like a pretzel. Like, I've never, like, what? Like, yeah, bruh, it was weak. It was weak. So that throw was weak. And she was bad too. So boom, they get to going at him. Reed is all crumbled up like a pretzel and shit. Sue does like a super little, like, you know what I'm saying? Her powers, like, she's like real loud pushing Galactus with her last might into the black hole now. She's like, oh, I gotta get him in there. Then they got the thing knocking down the building, the support going down. They all trying. And all of a sudden, not only does Sue say today, Silver Surfer says today. So I'm like, all right, that's what I kind of like. All right, they knocked Galactus. Spoiler alert, they knocked Galactus into the black hole. Very anticlimactic for me. And then on top of that, when she died, I was just like, it was so obvious that they was gonna have baby Frankie, go ahead and bring her back to life. It was just too obvious. It was too obvious. I gotta be real. It was too obvious. And she come back to life. No funny. I heard like a bunch of women behind, bruh. When Sue died, this one I was like, Marvel, man, y'all got him. You feel me? We heard sniffles in the theater. People were actually like, what the fucky? I would have liked this. She died. Do y'all know what we went through in Infinity War? Infinity War, I can't even lie. When everybody started dusting and dipping and bipping, blipping, I was like, hold up, bro. Where everybody? What? Hold up. We was like, huh? Huh? Next thing you know, Spider-Man said, Mr. Stark. That's when I was like, hold up. That's when I started getting serious. So I'm like, hold up. With this, it was just like, all right, we know she's gonna be in Doomsday, so it's kind of obvious she's gonna come back. And we know they want to show Franklin is OP. You feel what I'm saying? So little baby Frankie bring her back to life. Fantastic! They cue on the score. You feel what I'm saying? Which I told y'all, 10 out of 10 score. How they kept using Fantastic Four, that sound over and over again was, man, the score is like that in this movie. Fantastic Four. Every time that joint came on in the theater, I was like this. I pointed at Torian all that just throw before. You just throw before automatically for no reason. So, boom. We get to the end. They save the day. Obviously, they save the day. Everything works out. You feel what I'm saying? Baby Frankie gets saved. You know, it's like the Fantastic Four. Do it again. And like an alarm goes off at the end because the beginning they were on NBC or ABC doing this show. And, you know, the alarm goes off again. They disappear. All of them disappear. And it's like, Fantastic Four. And the movie ended, man. I was like, okay, man. And I will say, we're going to definitely get it. Lighters up, torch up, lighters up. Because I think, one, the story was clean. No matter what my little gripes was, the story was clean. It was no real flaws in the story to me. You know what I'm saying? Except the last battle. And Sue just going super OP. I feel like everybody should have went OP. That's my thing. We should have seen them all go OP to really beat down Galactus. You feel what I'm saying? Like everybody go OP. Which was cool. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll let it slide. Or even the last scene, like the all the boys, of course, don't know how to put the car seat in. You know what I'm saying, bruh? Baby Frankie can bring people back to life. This motherfucker better get to flying. You feel what I'm saying? You better learn how to fly, young boy. You feel? Hey, little Frank, you need to learn how to fly, young boy, because you bringing your mother back to life, but you don't know how to fly. How that's about to work? How that's gonna work? You let me know. Y'all let me know in the chat. How that gonna work? So boom, it ends. We go through the credit scenes. Now, before I get into little pointers and little things that, you know, I just wrote down in my notes just in general too, right? You know what I'm saying? Spoiler alert. In credit scene, Sue is like reading to baby Frank. Now he like 4 years old. He got older. This time is skipped again. And she likes reading a book, and he want to read the other book. And then one of the books, I think, let me go look it up. I forgot what book it was. One second. I said Franklin read. Like when you typing on Google, you just type so dumb. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what are they doing? It's not okay. If anybody in the chat can remember, what was the name of the book? Hold on, wait. I think I remember the author. Hold on, wait. I remember the author. Okay. It was a book by Charles Darwin. And it might have been on the origin of the species. So You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's something about creating, you know what I'm saying? So they definitely hinting he gonna be on some super, like, he probably gonna be like, stay on. He's gonna be like, brother, do you know that I came from a sister that was invisible? Do you know the invisible fights that sisters have to fight behind closed doors, brother? You see how my mother's the invisible woman? She was fighting invisible battles, my brother. That's gonna be Franklin. So they go, she leaves out and she come back. She like, oh, she about to turn up. And they said it was Robert Downey Jr. holding Dr. Doom's mask and he talking to Franklin with the mask off. You dig what I'm saying? And it ended at that. And everybody was like, oh. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. The origin of species. Yeah, the origin, on the origin of species. I'm gonna be real with you why I was anticlimactic that it was Dr. Doom. They already revealed to us Robert Downey Jr. didn't rip the toy Dr. Doom mask off his face. We didn't see it on Twitter for the past year. Like, it's movies suck because they don't know how to keep things under wrap because they got to keep feeding the animal, which is the YouTube channels that do scoops every day, theories every day, because at the end of the day, any publicity is getting you that shine that you need. So Disney like, all right, Marvel like, we'll take it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you already show us Dr. Doom, it doesn't have that effect of like, who is it? I guarantee you, if they did not tell us who Dr. Doom was and just showed Dr. Doom at the end of this joint, and we did not know Dr. Doom was coming, we knew Doomsday was coming, but we didn't see a Dr. Doom, the whole theater would have stood up. Facts. Or you could have really dropped the bomb right there and went ahead. They could have went ahead and showed us Robert Downey Jr. right there as Dr. Doom. That would have been, oh! I'm trying to tell you. Bruh, in the chat, if in the comments, if y'all think that would have been a better out, please let me know. I think that would have been like, oh, that's before the internet got popping, bro. If the internet wasn't popping how it was, bro, I'm trying to tell you, that would be an amazing. When I say amazing, that would be an amazing end credit scene. For the beginning of phase 6. For the beginning of phase 6. That would have been like, oh, imagine if the beginning of phase 6 started when we found out Robert Downey Jr. all of a sudden is Dr. Doom with no explanation. Nothing. You feel me? And that's why I said the leak culture, unfortunately, and keep it up. That's why on this channel, y'all, we just do more reviews and we talk about stuff kind of like depending on how big the topic gets for real. But I really don't like to talk about all that stuff on here because I'm like, bro, I barely watch trailers. So on even the Avatar trailer, I'm probably not gonna watch no more trailers after that. You know what I'm saying? No more trailers after that. Just due to the fact that I don't want to get spoiled for the whole movie. And from what I saw the trailers in Fantastic Four, they didn't spoil it for real. It wasn't a lot of spoilers for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was stuff in there, but it wasn't a lot of spoilers for real. I give it that. But I just think they could have definitely hit. The ending could have went bang. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just think of like how Iron Man 1, when he told everybody he was Iron Man, how that shit really hit. You feel me? I know not in the real world. Of course, we knew he was Iron Man on screen, but at the end, when he just admitted he was Iron Man out of nowhere, we was like, oh! So I think they could have did more of that. But look at this. We doing shit like this. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you done already told him. You already basically told us this the element of surprise. Unless they got another something up their sleeve, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can't even hold you. I don't know. Because what else could y'all have up y'all sleeve? We know one theory word in the street, they saying that this is a wild one right here. Somebody said a theory that Dr. Doom that's not really his face. You feel what I'm saying? Like he using Iron Man's face as a shield of like being like who he is. And then when they get into Doomsday, they're gonna run into another Iron Man. He'd be like, nah, he is not Iron Man type shit. And then he gonna show they're gonna show who the real Doom is. I think RDJ is not the real Doom. He may not be the real Doom. Or maybe he's just going anywhere, but I don't think he's the real Doom. I don't know. But shout out to Reed Richards. Shout out to this guy because I definitely was saying a lot of trash about Pedro Pascal. I was saying a lot of bad things about how he was looking, how he was going to be. But I really like Pedro, how he played Franklin. He had an arrogant side to him. He had a concerned side as a father, as a teammate with the Fantastic Four. He wanted to say to Earth, he really was showing the pressure of being like the smartest guy in the world. And he handled it well. You feel what I'm saying? They all handled it well. And I really hope they keep building up on the Fantastic Four. I did give this criticism of it, but it's not really a criticism because I think both movies was good. I think Superman was better. But I just think how this movie flowed as a comic book movie reminded me of Superman, except Superman didn't drop off with like how much I was liking it through the whole joint. You feel what I'm saying? Like I was able just to go with the whole joint and just keep on going and keep on going and keep getting better with that. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I felt watching Superman. It was just like, and then this one it was like, and then it went like that. So that's why I get this movie a solid 7.5. It's a good movie. You know what I'm saying? It is a cool movie. I think it's a movie that you should go see. I think you should go see it in IMAX if you're an MCU fan, a regular just comic book fan. Do you love the movies? Whatever. Go see Fantastic Four. It's an experience. You feel what I'm saying? Actually, it is an experience in the theater. And I think Marvel, they put all their budget into this, obviously, with the great CGI. It looked clean. It wasn't nothing I was looking at like, what the fuck? What is this? You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't look at nothing like that. So some of Marvel's best work in the last 4 years, I definitely would say. Y'all, what y'all thinking below? John or I, leave y'all grade below, but I definitely think it's some of Marvel's greatest work in the past couple years, dog, because we didn't have some trash shit. With no mercy. They gave us, I wish I could go back. I had a video, one of my most first popping videos on this channel is when I talked about phase 4 and 5, I think. I was talking about Blade, and I remember one night I rode up with Jay. I sat right here before this StreamYard, any of this stuff. I think I was recording on like on an old laptop I had, old laptop, look crazy, right? I literally talked for probably 2 hours about just how all this shit didn't make sense and how it was not gonna make sense. I literally was like, nah, I don't know, dog. Marvel, I don't know. Who asked for this? Who asked for this? Who asked for that? And then look at what happened, bro. Look at actually what happened. Look what actually happened. All that came into fruition for the last, the last 4 years. They almost didn't make it out of 5. You feel me? Because Daredevil Born Again, I think it was good, but then it had a lot of flaws. I like Captain America 4 when I first saw it in theater. I think the IMAX really hypes up movies. I really did like it at first, but then once I seen it at home, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really rocking with it once I seen it at home. Thunderbolts, that's yet to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna see what we gonna see about Thunderbolts. You feel what I'm saying? Like we definitely gonna see about Thunderbolts, seeing it, watching it again. I thought Thunderbolts. People said Thunderbolts was better than this. I don't think so. I don't think it was better than this, to be honest with you. Thunderbolts was cool, but it was not better than this. I definitely won't say that. You feel me? 7. Yeah, so me and John talked, well, obviously off camera about just how like Doom is a part of the Fantastic Four story. So he really got it. It should have been something. He should have been involved heavily a little bit more into his story. because Victor Von Doom is literally in every Fantastic Four story and movie version, but maybe I guess they just didn't want to do it again. That's why I feel like they didn't go to and do the origin story again, like really showing us the origin story again, because they just feel like they done it. I think they just feel like they done it. And they like, yeah, whatever. Y'all know he Robert Downey Jr. So look, they ain't got enough money to pay him to be in Fantastic Four too, Brody. They don't got enough money for that, bro. They like, look, man, we all they can do is do a body double. That's how you know. Okay, look. Phase 4, look. So this is when San Diego Comic-Con did it. And I had 2 parts. The MCU Phase 4 is super trashy or nah. Rant, Marvel Phase 4 discussion. This was you can see how long this video was, bro. This is a 30-minute video. The first part, the first part, 30-minute video. And then the second part was like a 12-minute video. So it's like a 40-minute video, just me talking about Phase 4. I'm just like, bro, I already know this may not be it, cuz this may not be it. You feel what I'm saying? And I was absolutely right about Phase 4. And then Phase 5, they almost destroyed us, bro. But thank God for shows like Ironheart. What else was in Phase 5 that I like? Thunderbolts. Like I said, I support Captain America because he's a black cap, so no matter what. Yeah, I like that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't watch no What If and all that stuff. I didn't watch all the other shows. Like after What If season 1, I just stopped watching it. I didn't see it. It was hard to watch at the beginning. I'm gonna try again. It was cool, man. Marvel has a landing problem, and that's what happened with Fantastic Four too. It start off, you like, oh, and then next thing you know, you just like, all right, where we going? Like the same thing, Captain America. It started off, I was like, all right, cool. And then by the end, he telling Red Hulk, think about your daughter. Think about your daughter. Don't do it, Thunderbolt. Fuck out of here, bro. Family cannot just be in every resolution to some real shit going on. You feel what I'm saying? And Century, there's too many. It's hard to show OP characters on screen, bro. And that's why I think that Superman did it so well, because he was OP, but he knew how to reserve himself for when he really needed to be OP. I just think Century should have been more OP. They shouldn't even been friends with him. He should have just been an op the whole movie, and then he became a friend. You feel me? Like him just being on some OP shit. All right. But they didn't do that. They took him away from that because they trying to, I guess, not make them OP until till Doomsday. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but you gotta go OP sometimes. You can't have OP. That's why I said that's why Galactus wasn't good to me, because he was supposed to be OP and they just dumbed it down to, like, you know, so they could beat him, which makes sense. You feel what I'm saying? But it still don't mean I'm like it, even though it makes sense. You feel me? Ooh. I'm gonna say this though. One thing, and I show this because this was, oh yeah, this was fire. I can't lie. X-Men was fire. So I take that back. X-Men was fire. I don't mind the boss at the beginning of the story, but guy who he is, it's Daria.com. They should have done it more organically. Okay. You just basically, like, you know what I'm saying? You rock with the Bob aspect, but you know, the dark had, yeah, like you rather wanted to happen organically, and it was kind of just force fed it to us a little bit to just get it to the end, to get it to him being the bad guy. But this was fire. I rock with X-Men. I rocked with X-Men tough. I definitely rock with Deadpool Wolverine, but this was just to pull us back in. Because I think they felt like I think with Marvel, when they saw Deadpool, when they made this movie, this was to pull us back in, because we was damn near just sick of them at this point. You know what I'm saying? We was like, man, Marvel, y'all making trash, bro. Echo, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. Nobody watching What If. I like the Spider-Man series, but nobody really watched that. Nobody was watching nothing. No, the rewatchability was going down. They needed this for nostalgia and to save everything. They knew what to do with this. This was a quick money grab. Boom. Then we come with this. I'm like, all right, cool. Like the idea is okay. The idea is okay. I get it. I get it. So let's get it. We making steps forward because, bro, we was here. We was here. We was here. Don't ever forget that, y'all. We was here. Marvel really, really was playing with us, y'all. We was here. And yeah, man, got them yams. You feel me? But why do they think this was okay? Why they think this was okay? You feel what I'm saying? But what did y'all think of Fantastic Four? You know what I'm saying? I definitely just went in, like definitely spoiler version of it. What did y'all think of Fantastic Four? Let me know in the comments below, man. I thought it was cool, man. It was fire, man. It was cool. Like I said, it wasn't better than Superman, but if you really want to go DC and Marvel, I'm gonna just say this. Oh, I'm gonna say that for a second. I'm gonna keep it on Fantastic Four. Good movie. Go see it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But now we're gonna go into the DC and Marvel conversation because at this point, DC kind of won, man. I ain't think, man, James Gunn, man, look. One thing about him, he's already been in the lab. You feel what I'm saying? He's been in the lab. He's been there before. So him being in the lab, he know how to make a movie, and then he knows how to make a superhero movie. All he do is go straight to the source material. That's why I give James Gunn so much credit on Guardians, because he uses source material. He really uses characters. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he's never really made a movie about superheroes. He always made movies about criminals, outlaws, pirates, basically. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga don't make nothing about superheroes. So this being his first superhero movie, chef kiss. You feel what I'm saying? And it apparently did more at the box office than Fantastic Four. Now, Fantastic Four may have some legs down the line, but this is going to be a good battle, man. Fantastic between DC and Marvel, man. And I got to give it to y'all. And y'all let me know in the comments below. I think for right now, I think 1 goes to DC, 0 Marvel. You feel what I'm saying? Yep. 0 Marvel. I'm going to just say it. So now we base it off the shows coming. I think it's going to be a Wonder Man special, a Wakanda special. It's coming next. Now, some of the Marvel shit, the show's been cool. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, Daredevil was cool. You know what I'm saying? It could have been better, but it was cool. I love Ironheart. That was good. Now, Creature Commandos was last year. That was a great show. You feel what I'm saying? Peacemaker season 1 was a great show. I can't wait for Peacemaker season 2. I can't wait. I'm actually a Peacemaker. I made a song called Peacemaker based off the Peacemaker show. You feel what I'm saying? That's how much I really rocked with Peacemaker and what James Gunn did with that. Because I did not rock with the Suicide Squad, bro. I was not rocking with that joint at all. Like, not even a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even like a little bit. I thought that movie was so dumb and pointless. And I just didn't everybody didn't mesh well to me. And then when he did Peacemaker, I can't even lie. I was like, I mean, what is he going to do with this, man? Let's see what he's going to do. Because Peacemaker was like the best thing out of the movie. So I'm like, all right, let's see what he's going to do. And then from the very beginning, from the intro episode, from the intro title, do you really want to taste that? I downloaded that song and all that. That joint, man, James Gunn's selection of music is, he knows how to like pick his soundtracks, bro. He got a good ear for music. So the intro alone, I think Peacemaker is the best intro of any superhero show I've ever seen in my life. You feel what I'm saying? Except Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because you just can't be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in a half shell, nigga. You hear me? You can't beat that, nigga. And then they went one time a year. They was like, it's TMT. They went, they Ninja. Y'all know how Ninja Turtles rock. You feel me? Ninja Turtles get busy. What's another one too? Who had a good? What's another good superhero joint? The X-Men. The X-Men joint. That joint like that too. That joint is like that too. I think that the X-Men one is like that. The X-Men one is like that. Which other one is like that too? Is it? Maybe is it Spider-Man? Spider-Man is like that too. Hold on. Spider-Man is like that too. We about to look that up. I think it's Spider-Man intro. Let me look at Spider-Man joint. For the 90s. Let's see, cuz hold on, wait. For the animated series. Let's see. Cause I know I didn't watch one of these joints. All right, we about to go.
Recycling is more than sorting bottles. It's still.
They always want to show an ad, bruh. They always trying to show an ad. Hold on, y'all. Okay, okay. There we go. There we go. Hold on. All right, let's see if y'all can hear it. Let me know if y'all can hear it, because I can hear it. Hold on. Let's see. Hey. 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 Radioactive. Damn. Oh. Hold up, Slim. Yo. Could you hear that, joint? Did y'all hear that? That was just crazy. That was just actually crazy, guys. Like bruh, that joint had words in it and all that. That joint went up. That joint had words in it and all that. Like radioactive spider bud, radioactive spider bud. Dang, they going up like that on Spider-Man. Golly. But still, like, all that matters, you feel what I'm saying, to intros, which goes back to what I said, which goes exactly back to what I said, y'all. That the intros matter, and Peacemaker, James Gunn knows what he's doing with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for the DC versus Marvel, even though they're like, we should just enjoy it. Shut up. Shut your lame ass up, boy. You hear me? Like, we want John, you hear me? Like, we want some type of comp, man. We want y'all to make great stuff because it's competition. That makes things better. That's why Madden and 2K and all these games aren't getting better, because there's no competition, bro. They just making money off everybody. They just make money off of us because we gonna get it regardless, right? You feel me? That's how they thinking. Like, they're not like, we don't gotta make it better. No. And that's why I rock with James Gunn. He actually went to DC and he like, nah, I'm gonna actually try to make it better, bro. I'm gonna make it better over here, because DC, it went in a dumpster fire. Shazam 2, dumpster, dookie garbage. The only thing out of the DCEU I like, bro, honestly, is the Snyder Cut, the Harley Quinn show, and Peacemaker. Yeah, Peacemaker. And it's about to come over to the new shit, to the new DC universe. So That's it. I didn't like nothing in that universe, bro. Nothing in the DCU. It was all trash. It was all trash. The only thing that came out good out of the DCU out of Warner Brothers back in the day with the video games was Batman. Other than that, nothing else. Nothing else, buddy. So we gonna see what it is with this, what Marvel gonna do. Cause I just saw I think it was like a content creator. He was talking to James Gunn, and basically he was like, you know what I'm saying, just like, yeah, what you got coming for DC? It was a Peacemaker promo, but he was just talking about DC. He's like, yeah, Supergirl starting filming next year. We're gonna be finished with Green Lantern by the end of the year. I'm like, damn, they already started shooting Clayface. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Creature Commando season 2. Damn. You know what I'm saying? I said, James Gunn, he went and made a plan. You know what I'm saying? He already knew how he wanted to end Guardians. You feel what I'm saying? He's like, I needed to get worried about my next job. Because he already said it's a lot planned for the DC universe going forward, bro. And I'm excited for it, especially like when I even seen Supergirl, I wasn't even mad at that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, the fact that Crypto, actually, it's funny. Fun fact: Crypto was, they said, based off James Gunn's actual dog that he adopted. You feel what I'm saying? So like all the movements and all that stuff like that, the actors was like they was watching videos of James Gunn dog. You know what I'm saying? Like Crypto, that was dope in Superman, and Supergirl going, I think, gonna be dope too. It's another chance for the girl in Game of Thrones. Shout out to James Gunn. He is not spending a lot of money. Most of the characters that are on in Superman are HBO based characters. We got people from the Gemstones, The Wire, you know what I'm saying? Like they actually got people from HBO, other shows. He's like, man, I am not doing all this looking far, trying to find all these. Man, he went right to HBO and said, who already works in the building, man? You feel what I'm saying? We're not about to do a bunch of searches. So shout out to James Gunn and shout out to him being focused on making this whole universe better. Unlike Marvel, who's getting it together, bro. But we don't even know when Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse gonna come out, bro. We don't even know when that's gonna come out. We just hoping it comes out. We just saying, please, is it gonna come out? Maybe, maybe not. That's literally how we've been for probably like the past year or two. When we saw the second joint, they left us on the cliffhanger and they said, all right, y'all be easy. Y'all, it's been real. Y'all be easy. We ain't heard nothing since. Me ain't heard nothing since because Sony just plays stupid. Anyway, speaking of just random news before we get off this joint. So look, weekend box office, they saying that Fantastic Four, you know what I'm saying, is the biggest debut for Marvel. So they didn't bust that thing down. You feel what I'm saying? It didn't got real. You feel what I'm saying? It didn't got real. They done made some money for Marvel. And to be real with you, our theater was packed. You feel what I'm saying? I think word of mouth, people are going to talk about Fantastic Four just like Superman. You feel me? Like they're going to talk about it. They're going to want to look at it. They're going to want to go check it out. So no, I'm not surprised that it made that much box office. It's probably going to have some legs too. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to have some legs. They got something on Disney Plus coming for Wakanda Forever, or like a new, not Wakanda Forever, but it's a animated show about in Wakanda. And then the next thing that's coming, we see here, they said, yeah, the next thing is Spider-Man Brand New Day, where they actually saying it's going Spider-Man Brand New Day not gonna have nothing to do with nothing. Like they said that the Punisher special, I think Daredevil and Wonder Man, like it's gonna have nothing to do with Doomsday. Bruh, stop wasting our time with Spider-Man because they wasting our time, bruh. They gonna throw the Hulk in that movie just to get some money grab, bruh. This man, Spider-Man has been the biggest money grab movie since I think the second joint. I think the first one was like that. I did like Homecoming. A lot of people was like, but I think that was the purest Spider-Man, like Peter Parker, how they iterated him everywhere. It was probably supposed to be like the comics. Even Stan Lee said that, or maybe he said that because no, God bless his soul, bro, because people was talking for him. So I don't want to. He may not like that person. I ended up later on. Spider-Man ended up coming out with, I think maybe last year or 2 years ago, Spider-Man was back in theater. They put all the Spider-Mans back in theater. It was a Spider-Man like anniversary. Like it was like last year or something. And I can look actually right now, but I'm gonna look while I'm looking, right? So it was showing every week was a new Spider-Man, like for like 4 months. However, I'm amping it. But it was for a long time because they show all 3 Spider-Mans, 2 Amazing Spider-Mans, all the new Spider-Mans, all the way up to Far From Home, I think, and then Into the Spider-Verse. They really showed all these joints again. I don't know what Sony was on. And I got a $5 rewards from AMC. Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me look at something real quick. I can look at all my tickets from 2023, so that might tell me. Because I think it was in 2023, to be honest. Okay, so no, it wasn't. It was in 2024. Yeah, it was in 2024. I was like, I think it was it might have been last year where I seen it and I realized that I didn't actually like okay, so I went to go see Spider-Man 2 and the Amazing Spider-Man. Those are the ones I seen out of the movies that came out. I thought Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire, was one of the best superhero movies ever. That man was just putting himself through all that bullshit for Mary Jane. Once I realized that Spider-Man 2 was based off him just doing it for a bitch, I was like, oh my God, bro. This man, that's when I didn't like it no more. Then I was like, the first one's better. The second one is not good to me no more. The third one could have been better, but just the story just couldn't land. They just didn't land it. I thought it was okay. And then I went to go see the Amazing Spider-Man because I used to think the Andrew Garfield one was stupid. I think the Amazing Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man out of all 3 of them. I think Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man out of all 3 of them. The second movie wasn't good, but the first Amazing Spider-Man was actually good, had a lot of potential, like a lot of potential. I definitely can say that Andrew Garfield killed that role. And then seeing it again in the theater, I was like, oh, nah, this joke was all right. You feel me? So I take it back, right? He's the biggest simp ever, bruh. And the fact he's my favorite character, Lord. I think that Mary Jane is the most annoying joint. Just because. See, I gotta just pour out some water for this. It's because he told her in the second one, bruh. If my enemies find out who you are, it's gonna be up and stuck. If my enemies find out, it doesn't matter. I'll be here. And then as soon as a nigga get bit by a symbiote, get taken over by a symbiote suit, a bitch want to leave. What's up with that? As soon as he start, she wasn't mad about the fact he was living in an efficiency. That's what was blowing me. Bro had to focus on school. He was living in a joint where he couldn't even pay rent. And Shorty, he kept getting fired. And Shorty left her husband. And that just show you bitches just do it for the thrill, bro. Because she left her husband on the altar. That's when I really hated this movie, bro. When I'm really looking at it, like, this is a simple ass movie, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you played the recent game, I watched it, bro. She's tweaking. You actually got to play as Mary Jane in the second one. Why am I playing as Mary Jane? Get back to the kitchen. Go help Aunt May with some pie. You hear me? Go help Aunt May with some pie. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I ain't trying to bid nothing. But come on, dog. We got to be better than that. We got to be better than this. Then the simping continues. First, in Spider-Man Homecoming, he tweaking. Shorty, what are you doing? Why are you worried so much about Shorty? You know her father's the ops. What is wrong with him? He loses her. She transferred. He stuck with Zendaya strong, her butch ass. She butch every movie. Like, she don't even like Brody. I'm like, what the fuck is this? She don't even like him. She don't even like him. She barely like him. She barely like him. He want to tell everybody he really went to Italy. It's real shit going on. I just want to go on a senior trip with my friends. Spider-Man, shut the fuck up. You just went to space. You just went to what? You just went to space, bitch. And that's when I love when Samuel Jackson said that in that joke. He said, "You went to space, bitch. What are you talking about? Get your ass out in the field, bro. What's wrong with you? It's actually something going on, and we telling you, Spidey, can you help us? Can you, you know what I'm saying? Can you lend us a hand? Nah, I have to give Zendaya this necklace because it means love. She don't even know you. She don't even know you. Annoying ass Spider-Mans, bro. Simp Spider-Mans, bro. And I love women. I realize you should go. Like, the first one, when first Spider-Man told Maguire, I was like, all right, like, he really had to help Mary Jane. That should have just been the stake all the time. Don't be with this girl, bro. I know, because she literally puts your life on the line every time. 3 movies in a row. Then Zendaya really didn't do nothing. And then in the third one, that's when they was all in the way. It was teamwork. They had to get 3 different Spideys, including Ned, who all of a sudden it was in the mystical arts. And Jamie Foxx all of a sudden wasn't a nerd no more. Come on, Sony. So I blame Sony for that. I don't even blame Marvel for that, because Kevin Feige already, it's rumored that he went in there to try to tell her, hey, whoever run Sony, Marvel, hey, this shit ain't it. Shut it down now, immediately. She threw a sandwich at Kevin Feige, bro. He said, all right, fine, fuck it. We good. Never mind. Venom. I love Venom. Meant nothing. Madam Web, trash. Everything, they just butchering just the Spideyverse. The only thing we got is the Spideyverse. And the first one was the best one. The second, Into the Spider-Verse, was not as good. I'm going to keep it a bean. Niggas really amped that joint. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? And then I was going through a tough breakup at that time. So to be honest, I probably really didn't give a fuck. I probably didn't really give a fuck. So I really was like, man, fuck this movie. You know what I'm saying? But even still, it hasn't been something I rewatched. You know what I'm saying? So obviously I didn't like it. And I didn't rewatch Guardians and stuff like that, and movies that came out that year in 2023. So I don't know what Spider-Man doing, but what it says here that it's coming out before Doomsday, but got nothing to do with Doomsday. What's that mean? What the fuck does that mean, bro? What are we talking about? Like, where are we at? Bruh, I've seen every Sony Spider movie outside of Venom. I've seen every one except Craven. I ain't watch Craven. Now, this is the funny part right here, right? Morbius isn't that bad to me. I saw Morbius when I went to LA. It came out the weekend I was in LA, or like the week before or something like that, for my birthday. And so I saw that joint 40X. So in 40X, it was like, oh, I can't lie. Venom and Morbius in 40X. Fire. You feel me? What do I need to watch again? What did I say? What do I need to watch again? Tell me what I said. What do I need to watch again? I don't want to watch none of this shit again. Especially in phase 5 and 4. Just tell me, John, if you can remember. But hey, man, shout out to Marvel, man. They did their thing with Fantastic Four. They definitely had me hooked, cooked, crushing my bagel. I had some pretzel bites before, and everybody pretty much liked it. And everybody was like in direction. I mean, phase 6 We gonna see what happened. Who's the villain? Whoa. Who's the villain in Morbius? I'm gonna watch it again. I think it's on Disney Plus. I'm gonna watch it again. Who's the villain? The villain was the villain was somebody stupid. Hold on. Hold on. The villain was Lucius Crown. He's Milo Morbius. Weak as fuck, man. That shit was trash, bro. That shit was trash, bro. Madam Web. Oh my goodness. I saw that on Valentine's Day. Oh my God. Sydney Sweeney. I think they told everybody in that movie it was going to be a Marvel movie, and they just said, yeah, bet it's going to be Marvel Spider-Man. Man, they had a baby Peter Parker in there. Then they had like an Uncle Ben who was like it was like young Uncle Ben, and man, I wish they stopped playing games, bro. I wish they stopped playing games, bro. Okay. I'm about to just go over phase 6 really quick, y'all, before we go. I know we keep saying, bruh, yeah, it's brother versus brother, bruh. He said, you cannot fight my brother. You cannot fight my brother. I'm only fighting my brother because I said so. Head ass, boy. The fuck was wrong with them fighting each other? The worst. Okay, so, bruh. I put that in my new song, bro. Sydney Sweeney, Dr. Umar gonna hear me out. I don't care what Dr. Umar is saying, bro. I want to reproduce with black women. You feel what I'm saying? That's the goal. 1,000%, God willing, down the line. But Dr. Umar, any of y'all gonna have to understand. When I bag Sydney Sweeney, I have no regrets. I'll have no regrets. If I bag Sydney Sweeney ever in my life, you think I would have any? I don't care what nobody talking about. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. He really went. I love sisters. I love sisters. Sydney Sweeney, y'all gonna have to hear me out. Y'all gonna have to hear me out. So let me see here. Let me see. Updated. So Fantastic Four. Okay, so we said that was good. The next thing is Eyes of Wakanda, which is the animated series show. Then they said they got, let me see here. They got Marvel Zombies. I'm excited for that, to be honest, because I like the little Marvel Zombie aspect that they put into What If for the first season. I think it may have been for the second season, but it may have been for the first season when they put the zombies in it. I can't even hold you. Like, I really was rocking with that. So I'm actually interested to see if they do that. They do it right, I'm gonna rock with it. Cause I like Marvel Zombies. Then they say it's gonna be rated mature. They're gonna have more you know what I'm saying? No, for sure. We're gonna line it up, bro. We're gonna line it up, bro. We're gonna line it up. I don't even care. They're gonna be mad at me forever. Hey, I only gotta be right with God, Jesus Christ, boy. You feel me? Let me see something here. Next is Wonder Man. Wonder Man, bruh. I said that Marvel Zombie should be fire, bruh. And it's gonna be rated mature. It's gonna be rated mature, bruh. Damn, Gorilla got the cakes out, bruh. I know I'm going off subject real quick, but bro, it's like every time on the internet, bro, these joint shorties are just showing cakes, bro. Like, and I was just looking today. It was actually a girl that was a clapper that looked good, like really looked good, honestly looked good. I'm just like, bro, it's for the men out here, just be strong. One day it's gonna be women out here that want to actually just show you this and nobody else. You feel what I'm saying? Everything that they show on the internet, they're gonna only want to show you now on the internet. It's gonna come if y'all keep believing, fellas. Stay strong, keep believing in yourself and being and with God and confident in yourself, and women will be that way again one day. But they are in full clapping time mode right now. I'm telling you, like, if you're not just having fun right now with the clappers on the internet, you are goofy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it a beam with you. But back to the regular show. Marvel Zombies, I can't even lie, bro. The reason why that's gonna be good too, because especially if they go off the story that they go off for what they was doing for What If, I think that could be a good little spin-off story that they keep going on to. So I definitely want to see a Marvel Zombies. Now, Wonder Man, I'm gonna be real with you. I have no expectations for this. I know nothing about Wonder Man. If y'all know something about Wonder Man, let me know in the comments below. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about Wonder Man? Because I'm gonna clip all this up when I talk about Phase 6 and everything. So y'all definitely gonna get that. But Wonder Man, I don't know anything about him, so I'm gonna be interested. I'm gonna definitely check it out for sure, 1,000%, because I'm always gonna check out Marvel stuff. But I have no idea what Wonder Man does. Matter of fact, I can just check right now. Let me check right now. Wonder Man power. Let's see. He possesses a wide array of power derived from his iconic energy form. His abilities include superhuman strength, speed, stamina, and durability, along with flight and invulnerability. Dang. He just like, yeah, hold up, cuz. Dang. He can manipulate ionic energy, allowing energy blasts and beams, even teleportation. Dang. Additionally, he exhibits regeneration, healing, and is functional more, no longer aging and immune to disease. Oh, all right. So he kind of, yeah. He wants some smoke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he wants some smoke. He all right. So he's superhuman. You feel what I'm saying? So we got a superhuman stepping into the chat. You never know. That might be all right what they can do for that. Then after that, going into Phase 6, we got Daredevil Born Again Season 2, which they already showed. Daredevil gonna get, yeah, he's clearly OP. Yes, clearly. That's why I say I want to see what they do. Cause I'm like, if he's OP, like how they gonna portray that just for one special. Daredevil Born Again, everybody's coming back. They're bringing Jessica Jones back. So I'm excited about that. Damn, I got the burpees like, excuse me. They invited Jessica Jones back. So that's gonna be crazy. I'm definitely going to see what's up with that and look into Daredevil Season 2. Hopefully it can get done by one writer, one director. Like, you know, they had several people working on Daredevil Born Again. You could tell. So I hope this year, it'd be nice next year that they just have one direction, one, you know what I'm saying? Like actors, like not actors, directors and writers just stick on it, just one person, not two people doing 6 episodes and then, you know what I'm saying, another person doing 4 episodes. No, like, bro, and I know sometimes it work like that, but really, you know what I'm saying, like, keep it structured, you know what I'm saying, because the story was everywhere in the first season. Let me see. So yeah, he's a movie star in this show too, John. Bro, Jessica Jones was cool until the last season. I can't even hold you. Until the last season, that's when I kind of fell off from it a little bit. Like the last season wasn't as good, but you know, I'm definitely wanting to see her on. I think the first couple seasons was actually good. So I'm excited to see that next season because I definitely feel like I definitely feel like with Jessica Jones, she has a lot of charisma as a character, and I feel like they need to start bringing those type of characters into the MCU, man. They need to start giving us what we want, because I definitely love Jessica Jones, even though it was fucked up that she was on Breaking Bad. She was the junkie that died on Breaking Bad. It took me a couple years to realize, like, damn, that's fucked up. All right, next, be on to the Punisher special. The Punisher special. Now, I guess it's going to be one of those things where we in Southeast, so you know how I go. Fantastic Okay, there we go. I had to tweet this, y'all, because we still going. So next thing is the Punisher special. I think that's gonna be based off when the Punisher got trapped. Y'all know he got captured at the end of Daredevil Born Again. He got captured and shit. So he basically, I think it's gonna be like his escape because he ended up killing somebody. Spoiler alert for Daredevil Born Again. They basically set up his special, and he killed somebody. He gonna escape. So I'm excited to see Punisher. It was cool to see him on Daredevil Born Again, but I really just hope they let him do his thing because he did his thing on what is it called? He did his thing on his show on Netflix, and I just don't want them to ruin that, bro, because they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to actually ruin that. Not for me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to ruin that for me, please. Like, please don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin that for us with Punisher because he's really a good he's a good actor, and I don't want to waste him on a special that just is unnecessary, bro. And that's what Marvel does sometimes, and I just don't want them to do that. So I'd appreciate it if they don't. You know what I'm saying? If Marvel, you're listening, please don't ruin the Punisher. So I'm excited. I'm still excited, but I still watch it. Now, Vision Quest. Right? That's interesting because at the end of WandaVision, she's been in a bunch of shit. The end of WandaVision, it's a White Vision. So out of nowhere, White Vision shows up at the end of WandaVision. The nigga just flies away, and that's been 4 years ago. You feel what I'm saying? Like literally 4 years ago, same shit. Like we've been waiting to figure out what was going on with this. Now they saying that Ultron going to be in here. I think Riri Williams going to end up being an Ultron again. I thought it was going to be her, but I think Vision Quest is going to bring in the Young Avengers or whatever. They saying that's word on the street, but I like Vision. You feel what I'm saying? So I do want to see what's going to end up happening with that story with the White Vision because, I thought he was going to be dead. I thought it was over. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not. So we're going to see what happens with that, with White Vision, and see where that story goes. If Wanda comes out of nowhere, you dig what I'm saying? And then the last thing, two things. Well, actually, after Spider-Man, before I actually skipped this. Doomsday is before all that stuff I just named. Doomsday is after Brand New Day. Of course, everybody want to see what's going to happen on Doomsday. I mean, like, who don't want to see what's going to happen with Dr. Doom? It's going to be something that is a big comic event that a lot of people know about. They always talk about this was probably the biggest comic event. And you know what I'm saying? They saying it's actually going to be the reset of the MCU, which I think is needed, bro. Just go ahead and blow this thing up. Go ahead and nuke it. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and nuke it. It's okay to just go ahead and nuke it. We'll be okay with the nuking of the MCU. It's been a good run. Just do it like I think it's just time, and I think that's why I respect James Gunn for blocking the Rock's plans and trying to do a new DCEU with Henry Cavill. Man, no. James Gunn said no. How about no? How about we cancel all that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my shit, and I want to do it a different way. They still gonna do Batman 2 with Matt Reeves, but still at the same time, like, I think it's time for an MCU reset. What do y'all think? I think it's time for an MCU reset. Go ahead and just reset this shit, bro. Stop bringing Hugh Jackman back. Stop bringing Tobey Maguire back. Stop bringing all these old heads back, bro. Bruh, I'm telling you, Age of Ultron is right there in the background, right there, y'all. Poster is right there. This is my top 5 movies of all time. You feel what I'm saying? Age of Ultron. So I love Age of Ultron. I definitely hope they bring that back and try to tie around to that story, especially with Doomsday. We're gonna see where they go. Now, the last project after Vision Quest is Secret Wars. So Secret Wars is also a big comic crossover that, the comic heads, like, this is the mecca of crossovers, man. Word on the street for Doomsday, right? I know Kang was supposed to be the big bad. Word on the street, they brought Jonathan Majors back. That's word on the street. That they're going to bring Kang back in the first half. He's going to be like in the first act of Dr. Doom's story. Like, Dr. Doom going to kill Kang. this is a spoiler alert. Take this with a grain of salt. They say Dr. Doom gonna kill Kane and kill them all so they can just go ahead and end that character. And then for the rest of the second and third act, that's gonna be all the Avengers and all that stuff like that. So that would be interesting. They did that, but I just want them to just land it right. Please don't do an end game and just smush everything together. Please have a good story, bro. Please have a good Avengers story, bro. Because Avengers 1 was still a good story. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Age of Ultron was still a great story. What was the one after that? Was it Infinity War after that? Yeah, that was the next Avengers movie. Was Infinity War? Yeah, Infinity War. Well, if you really want to be real, it was Captain America: Civil War. That was really the third Avenger movie for real. Everybody on the same word about it. Exactly, they're gonna be Earths colliding, but they gotta do it better than Endgame, bro. Endgame is what started this channel, y'all. Endgame is what started this channel when it comes to how much I really didn't dislike. I disliked that movie because Infinity War was so peak, and then they just kind of just gave us a little rush, a little ending. Like, it's over. So I really hope they do these movies right. I hope Phase 6 is a hit. I hope it's a banger, John. We'll be on the lookout for that. And not really speaking on them, but unreleased schedule: Blade, Armor War, Shang-Chi 2, The Nova Corps, Black Panther 3, X-Men, Wakanda series, Disney Plus, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man 2, and then The Road Ahead, the MCU. A new MCU is coming. It's called The Road Ahead. I think the new road is going to be the new Avengers, the young Avengers. That's what I think they're going to try to pass off with some of the new Avengers. But what did y'all think, man? I appreciate everybody who came in and viewed tonight, man. Shout out John in the chat, man. I appreciate everybody who came through and viewed. I definitely did rock with Fantastic Four. Talked about DC Comics and where they going with their movies. Even talking about DC versus Marvel, you dig what I'm saying? And then Phase 6 and where we going with that. So whatever you think, man, go enjoy movies, man, while they out here, man. I really do appreciate the fact that nowadays, like, because my sister, like I said, she was in Asia for almost 10 years. You feel what I'm saying? So we went to the movies and she was like, yeah, man, like, it was just a good reason why Fantastic Four was even better, because it was a packed theater. Like, it was a packed theater. People actually excited to see stuff on the screen and laughing. And, ever since, the Ovid bud, Ovid, you feel me? Shit was fucked up out here. You feel me? So you really couldn't experience it. You feel me? So you think everything sucks, bro. I think, you know what? You think everything sucks. So no, this movie was a good movie, bro. It was good. It was good, bro. It was good, bro. You was probably in that joint, probably. Oh, you was probably in that joint, sipping your icy, loving this joint. You was loving this joint. You was loving this joint. He was sipping his icy. I guarantee you got that Mr. Fantastic cup. You got that Mr. Fantastic cup, nerd culture. You got that popcorn bucket. You got that Galactus popcorn bucket. But yeah, man, it was good to be in the movies, and it was a packed, you know what I'm saying, theater shit. You feel me? So I'm interested. No, let me see. You said no, we need to do a video together so we can break it down. The movie was terrible. I can talk about it anytime. You feel what I'm saying? You set it up and just let me know the date, because this would be easy cakewalk, bro. I have you going to go see it the next day again. I have you going to see it the next day again. Nerd Culture says it's bad, y'all. Go to his page, subscribe to his page, go subscribe to his channel. Go subscribe to his channel. Go subscribe to his channel. Go look and go see his review, because he probably saying it's bad, but he gonna have to stand on this. He said, I've seen the movie this. See what I'm saying? It don't hit the same when you don't pay for the ticket, bro. It don't hit the same. It don't hit the same, cause then you have a reason to really pay attention. Hey, John, I for real tell him, bro. For real, toss it. For real. Next time, pay for that ticket, bro. You gonna feel it. You be like, dang, bro. I really enjoyed this movie because, like, I had to really pay attention because I paid for it. And another thing, if you snuck into the movies, what was you supposed to see? Put that in the chat. What was you supposed to see? I want to know what you supposed to see. Tell me in the chat what you supposed to see. Because it ain't no way, bro. It ain't no way. What movie was you supposed to see? He was supposed to see Elio. He supposed to go see the Smurfs. And he went in there and took somebody's seat in Fantastic Four. You too? You too? Oh my God. No. 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 Say it ain't so. You fucking pirates. You fucking scallywags. You know what I mean? He's awesome scallywags, bro. No bullshit. That's how your backwards your head. You have a roast like this. I just FaceTime on here too. That's crazy. Hey, Tasha said they. Hey, bruh. Listen, you scallywag. Okay? Listen, you fucking scallywag. You hear me? Set up where we could talk about it, and then we're gonna go at it. Set it up. You feel me? I'm gonna save my energy, fucking Jack Sparrow. Fucking pirate. Fuck this nigga. This nigga said he went to go fucking see the Smurfs and walked into Fantastic Four. He said the Fantastic Four did not sell out. Was it an IMAX or were you watching it? Was it an IMAX or you watched it regular, bro? Bro, he probably not smoking at all. Probably not smoking at all. He maybe needed to hit the J after saying something like this. That Fantastic Four was a disaster movie. Saying something like this is crazy work, cuz. Like, this is crazy work. Do you know what you're saying, bro? That's why I said you need to set it up, bro. I don't want to hear nothing else until you set up this, because nah. You super wild. No funny. You wild as shit. Then you said Superman was bad. So John, he can't. Nah, John. He said Superman was bad too, bro. He said Superman was bad too. No, he said Superman was bad too. You are smoking K2. Could you? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna see what that means. So what's IMAX in? That's the I know what's IMAX. When I be high, I just be typing anything on Google. Okay, so it's like, bruh, come on, bruh. So you saw it in 6. Fuck, you watched it on your fucking phone? Did you watch it on your phone, nigga? What are you? Of course you hated this movie. You turned that son bitch sideways. What the fuck? He turned that son bitch sideways. Fuck out of here. He said he went to the movies. 6 minutes. Fuck, was y'all watching on a fucking GameCube? What the fuck? Nigga was watching on a Game Boy. Cause IMAX is like in 70 mm. IMAX Fantastic Four is like that, bruh. Go pay for the ticket, bruh. Stop watching it on a fucking bruh. Nigga watching on his watch. The fuck? He said I was screaming inside my heart when the movie was at the end the whole time I was in the theater. You were screaming? Why didn't you actually scream out? Why didn't you actually walk out? That's the real question. If it was that bad, why the fuck didn't you walk out? That's why I said, why the fuck did you walk out? Because you crazy, bro. Superman was unforgivable. Yeah, because it was unforgivable because you watched it on a Game Boy. What, bruh, Toxic? Where you live at, bruh? Why do they only have 6 mm screens? Are y'all watching that in somebody's backyard? Bruh, the average screen is 35. Hey, John. All right, man. You are hilarious, Toxic. Please set it up for me, bro, so we can talk about Superman. We can talk about Fantastic Four. We can talk about all that, bro, because that's crazy as fuck that you realize watching it on the substitute TV teacher screen, saying it was unforgivable. Okay. You said 6 mm. I looked it up. That is a size. That's like if you're looking at it on your pencil. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at it on a pencil. So no. Okay. Just settle the debate, please. Please, y'all. Y'all see it here. I'm ready to defend Fantastic Four. And I gave it a 7.5, and I'm gonna defend it. So when Nerd Culture is Toxic sets that up, y'all will see it. I will share it so everybody can join. They can get into this. Cause I'm gonna spank his ass. Because if he stayed that whole movie, you like that joint. It's cool, bro. It's cool, bro. It's okay to like stuff. He said, nah, bro. I don't like that though. He said, I don't like that though. I don't like that though. Oh yeah, he's done. Okay, yeah, we good. I thought you were gonna set the date up. But look, I'm schmiggity, as y'all can see. But I appreciate all the love on the stream, man. I definitely had a great stream, man. Going over Fantastic Four. We talked about everything on here. Shout out to everybody that popped into the comments. Nerd Culture is Toxic. John, you know what I'm saying? When you say, no, I'll watch the theater, I'm ready to roast. Be ready. Minwamba, 85 DT. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to all y'all stopping through, man. For the Fantastic Four spoiler review. Like, comment, subscribe to Marvelous Bluntz ASAP Rocky, man. I'm talking about as soon as possible. You dig what I'm saying? And hold on, these last 2 comments. Get on Morals and beat the fan. Bro, I've been cooking with Sue. Check my stats. SVP. But nah, man, I'm definitely about to get on Rivals, though. Make sure you get it right on the roast. Like, subscribe to Marvelous Bluntz, man. I appreciate all the love, man. Y'all be easy. See y'all next time. You did. Peace and love. Keep God first. And subscribe ASAP Rocky.
Hey, where's